Anyway, it got dark in here and I like it. Feels good. I feel like I know a new language now because of him, you know? I'm like, there's a lot of Spanish going on up here. Felt good. I'd like to bring the room down right before I bring up this next comic because he's a very funny guy too. He, I don't know where he's from. I have no idea, to be honest with you, because he's gonna let you know his ethnicity, whatever it is. And, but he has like cool hair, you know what I mean? Like you see a guy like that, you're like, he goes he goes like 3 times a week to the barber. You know? All right, the very funny Don Thomas, everybody. Where is he at? Don Thomas. There he comes. Look at him. Put your hands together for Don, huh? He was just in the bathroom.
Hey guys, how you doing? Whoa, they're bringing the oldest comic up here. Believe it or not, I'm 65 in November. Check it out. Being 65, got good hair still. Still got my hair, still like that. Man, you guys talking about all kind of stuff going on. They're talking about sex and everything going on up here. And I'm gonna talk about what's the problem going on right now. Gas. Who paying the gas money? Ain't that a bitch they paying gas, man? I walked to the gas station, I paid my money, it was like $3.78, right? I paid my money for my gas, I come back out, it's like $4.95, you know? Like, what the fuck is going on? Ain't no truck pulled up in here. Where'd the truck come from? Like that? You charging extra money right in the middle of pumping gas, you know? That's like a prostitute charging you extra money right in the middle of sex. You took too many pumps, you know? You grabbing too many titties and shit like that. I got to charge you extra. What the hell is going on, man? I don't like them. Talk about all this stuff going on with, you know, we got ICE going on, ICE killing people. But, you know, I'm like, I'm 65, so I was around when police agencies shot up a whole bunch of black people. That's all agencies, you know, come, hey, let's talk about it. You know, agencies shot black people for years and years. But I'm gonna give it up to ICE. ICE is not discriminating because they're killing everybody across the board, kids, they don't give a goddamn. They're shooting everybody, they don't give a damn. They're shooting everybody. But you notice in Minnesota that no one black person got killed in Minnesota. And there's a reason for that, you know. I can talk about this shit because I'm half black, so, you know, I can talk about it. And the reason why nobody got black and got killed in Minnesota because we don't come out in the cold. We don't do that shit. You know, the history of all the marches we done had, Million Man March, the riots, the OJ shit, all the stuff we done had, we never came out in the cold. We saw some parkas, never saw some parkas, saw some raincoats. We learned a long time ago, they come out in the snow, white people think we bears and shit and shot at us, you know? So that's the reason why we didn't come out. You guys also know, you know, I just want to talk about something. They're trying to suppress the vote now, you know? They're trying to suppress the vote. These white people trying to suppress the vote in all the southern states. I was just saying, hey, okay, look, why don't we make some lemonade? We could, since they're giving us lemons, why don't we make some lemonade, you know? So all the black people who got this trend in the votes, go out and register for assault rifles. Watch them change the laws then, man. They be changing the laws left and right. They be changing all kind of shit. They be having laws like, they be making up stupid laws like, if you make potato salad that tastes good, you cannot get an assault rifle. If you have 3 bottles of hot sauce, different stripes in your house, you cannot get an assault rifle. If you got any Martin or Living Color videos at your house, you cannot get an assault rifle. Coming up. Oh man. And I was thinking about, you know, the guys in the head of this thing, you know, Mr. the Red Cheeto, you know, whatever the hell his name is. I just could imagine, you know, he's always against black people and stuff, you know, and they said he's against black people. But I thought if Trump, you could put Trump back in time. If you could put him as a slave, could you put Trump as a slave? Could you imagine? He gonna write me, I pick more cotton than you. More people come to my meetings than anybody else. I don't know what watermelons and the rest of the Negroes out here. No one's better than me. I've run away billions and billions of times and no one's ever caught me yet. I need to be man in the big house making a white bed, so, you know. That should be funny, you know. I thought it'd be funny. Also thought you guys know right now, they talk about end of the world shit coming on, you know, they talk about he was talking about going to the moon and everything. Could you imagine the end of the world coming? You're gonna have like, you had 10-hour warning for end of the world. What would you do? You got 10 hours. What would you do? You got 10 hours, end of the world, nothing's gonna be left. What would you do? A question, you know, what would you do? Anybody got any questions? What would you do? 10 hours? What would you do? What'd you do, my man? 10 hours to live. No, never. Without me playing with that shit, man, I'm doing everything I can, because you ain't going to jail, you know. If I get the kids, might go to Epstein Island or some shit like that, but you know. Oh no, we don't talk. We don't want to go there. No. Yeah, I don't want to go there either. You know, I got, you know, people say I look like a certain person. You know, I got my hair cut the other day, so my haircut, people say I look like O.J. Simpson a little bit. You know? Got that O.J. look. You got the O.J. look, right? They got the O.J. look, but here's the crazy part about this shit. Here's the crazy part. My wife's name is Nicole. And my son is named Justin. And my daughter's named Sydney, just like O.J.'s kids, you know. And we didn't notice, I started doing comedy, and somebody said, you look like O.J. So we didn't notice, someone called us out, said, you guys got the O.J. family name. You look like O.J. You know, what are you gonna do? And my wife started freaking out. Oh, God, I got a kid like O.J., what are you gonna do? I started walking up the couch, she said, where you going? I said, I'm going to get me a glove, a Bronco, and a knife to keep your ass in check. That's what I'm going to be doing. I was thinking, since I look like OJ, how can I make money, you know? I think I need to go to LA and ride around in a Bronco and scare the hell out of people. I saw him. Go haunt the Kardashians. Chloe, I am your father, Chloe. Me and your mom got that at the P. Diddy party. Yes, we did. Yeah. Speaking of P. Diddy, you got to change his name now. You know, he changes his name all the time. Now it's called He Did It, you know. Yeah. So I always thought with the baby on that video, that's his new name now. You know, speaking of names, you know, we got to change names up. You know, we get, you know, black people. I don't have blacks. I can talk about it. We got to change our names up and stuff like that. I'm thinking of some names that we can change our name from the N word. You know, going from nigger and all that stuff. Like people have to say the word. I can't even say it hardly no more. But I did 23andMe and I found out I'm only half black. So I lost my privileges. So I can say it's nig or gur. I can't put it together. You know, I lost a lot of privileges, man. And I lost that 23andMe, messed me up, man. And I was so messed up when I got my results back. I was all messed up. You know, I was distraught, messed up. You know, I felt like a Kardashian husband, ex-husband or somebody. Like, you know, because Kardashian ruled a lot of black men. You know, so. But I was saying, well, damn, I forgot what I was saying. See, don't get old. You get old, you forget shit, you know. Yeah, it's big being older. You ever get so old, you go into a room, you know, while you're in there? Anybody do this? Anybody do it like that? But when you start getting 65, you go into a room, you can't get out that motherfucker. You're like, damn, how'd I get out of here? I gotta call somebody up. I gotta call my man, or I gotta call my brother. Hey man, how you get out of this room, you know? Speaking of, man, my man talking about Disney a little bit. You know, talking about Disney earlier, going to Disney. I got a son, he's autistic. He can't stand Disney. He hates it, you know. And I was talking about going to Disney. Disney's almost like the sex life. You start getting 65. But now if I get Viagra, I don't do it anymore. But, you know, it's like 3 minutes. You know, waiting a long time for the ride, and it's over in 3 minutes, you know. Sometimes sex be like that. And I was also like, the last show, who's married? Anybody married? Have you married? Married couples? Who married? Any good married couples? How long have you been married? 4 years. 4 years. Ooh, man, you still fucking all over the place, man. You know, in your first 3 or 4 years, you just fucking everywhere. You fucking all the rooms, all kind of reasons, every different one, sex. You start getting to that 5-year marriage, you start having kids, you know, sex become a missionary position. You know, you start getting 20 years plus like me, 25 years. You know, sex becomes a mission. Because you got to make sure everything is done. You know, like, there's a tape that comes on right before, all right, done, Mission Impossible. Your thing is to have sex this week. You got to make sure everything is done. Make sure the house is paid for. Make sure the kids are paid for. Make sure the grass is done. Make sure the house is done, and everything else like that. You know, this is why men are tired all the time, because we only got 7 minutes. You know, we only got 7 minutes to do some stuff when you get older. You know, and then. You know, that's why I don't like women with big breasts. Sorry, baby, I think got some big breasts here, but I can't do it anymore. Just give me one big titty. I like this work. I can't do it. Just give me one. I ain't got time to be messing with 2. I ain't got time to get out of there. Yeah. All right, you guys, that's my time. I'm getting on out of here. Thanks for being here. Thanks for showing up. I got to go home and get into bed now.
Oh, for Don, everybody, huh? One more time for Don. I will say, that was incredible, and I would say fucking kids and cats is pretty crazy, you know? That's pretty wild. That's pretty wild. I just threw it out there.